Hi guys, Jacob here. Welcome to another video, and today is the 1 year's ownership experience and why I'm selling my Kia Stinger. We're going to talk about everything that's happened in the year of this car, what I've liked about it, what I don't like about it, and also why I'm selling it. So yeah, let's get on with the review. So, with the 19 miles of range I have left before I give this to We Buy Any Car, which strangely gave me the best price for this car, let's talk about what it's been like this year and why I'm selling it. So, let's start off with the name, the Kia Stinger GTS, because it is a GT car and it does GT-ing very, very well. I took it to the south of France this year. I took it to Germany last year. Sorry, I took it to South France last year. I took it to Germany last year. I took it to loads of places, and it did a fantastic job of just cruising on a motorway comfortably, quietly, and it did that job brilliantly. But then, with the GT aspect of the car, when you do finally get it to a open bit of road, you can put it into sport mode and enjoy the car's potential. And then, once you've had your fun, you can put it back to comfort. And then the car settles down back to a lovely GT cruiser. But here's the problem with it. When you do get to the windy country road, it's not quite an M3, it's not an M4. This is still a 1.7 ton large GT car, and it feels like that. You can feel the weight behind this car. It doesn't quite have such active, precise steering as something like an M3 or an Audi RS5. And then when you are on the motorway, it cruises very nicely, but something like a Passat diesel will be much more fuel efficient. So it does both the GT part, it does the GT part well, but not quite that well, if that makes sense. So as you can tell, the car is a bit of a hybrid. It does both the GT and the country road stuff. It does everything a bit in the middle, but it's not the best at all the categories. It's kind of a good for everything. Also, I had to get outside the car again because just the way this thing looks is just incredible. You will not stop looking at this car. It is beautiful. It does not look like a Kia. And as many people say, is that a Maserati? It just, on the outside, looks incredible. However, I feel the interior has dated quite a bit. First of all, these seats are incredible. They are very, very comfortable. But then this screen, for example, is awful. Like, it's tiny. For a 2018 car, there's cars with much larger screens, and it kind of just looks like it's been put there as a last minute thing, especially because all of this is lovely. Also, the quality of this car. I know reviewers mentioned this steering wheel a bit, but as you're driving along, you'll hear creaking from the sunroof. It's a known issue. You'll hear creaking from the seats. Things you probably wouldn't get in something like a BMW 6 Series. The boot, I found, is fantastic. I love the boot in this car. It's so big, you can fit pretty much everything in it. And being a hatchback design, it's so useful to load up things. So, and you can take the parcel shelf off and you can load it all the way to the glass, and you can we fitted 4 people's luggage for a week in this car when we drove to the south of France, no issues. So I'm a big fan of the boot. So, what's the 1 year? Has anything gone wrong in the 1 year I've owned it? Yes, the aircon evaporator broke on it. I had no aircon for a month because it took 4 weeks for the part to arrive at Kia. Now, because this has had a full Kia service and it has been serviced every 6 months, you need to make sure the car has been serviced every 6 months, otherwise Kia will not cover anything that breaks. But the aircon evaporator broke, and I had to pay Kia nothing at all. It was all fixed for me. And also one of the valves in the tyres failed, the electronic valves that tells you how much air pressure is in it, that had failed, so that I also had to get that replaced. But all of that was covered by Kia. However, 2 things did break, and if the car wasn't serviced every 6 months, I would have had to pay out £1,800 for that repair. So make sure, if you are looking at the Stinger, make sure you have, if it's still in warranty, it has the service record every 6 months, otherwise you're not going to be covered. Especially during COVID time, people definitely forgot every 6 months or didn't do it, so just double check it has been serviced every 6 months. So why am I getting rid of the car, you may be asking? Well, I bought this car because I wanted to do loads of road trips around Europe. I've done the road trips around Europe now, and we're not planning to do one for another 2 years. My missus has an A220D, which has plenty of practicality for us, and if we're doing long distances, it's fantastic because it does 60-70 miles to the gallon. So the reason why it's going is because I don't need a car this big. It is a big car. It's quite a pain to park, and it is just huge. Number 2, I do not need it's not great on fuel. As any Kia Stinger owner will tell you, it will maximum do 21 mpg and 21-25 mpg. So fuel consumption, it's not great, and especially with the current climate, it's not great to have a car which is terrible at fuel, with terrible fuel consumption. Blech. But the main reason, I know I say this is a great car, but I haven't fallen in love with it. I changed the exhaust on this car to try and put more of a smile on my face, and it hasn't worked. It just, yes, it's quick. Yes, it's great on a motorway, but does it give you, as James May will say, the fizz? Does it put that smile on your face? And it just hasn't. And especially now in the UK, the only good, decent roads that are quiet and you can enjoy midday on a Saturday is normally a quiet country B road. This car is not designed for UK B roads. It is way too big, it is way too powerful, so by the time you put your foot down, you're around the next corner. And it just doesn't put that smile on my face. I think I realised it about 4 months ago. Me and my friends were going around some lovely country roads in Bedfordshire. One of them was in an RX-8, one of them was in a Nissan Skyline, and the other was in a Polo GTI. They all had smiles on their face as we arrived at a pub. And I was just sad that I wasn't in any one of their cars. And that's the problem with this car. It just doesn't quite put the smile on my face that I thought it would have done. Which is a shame, but it's why it's going. If I don't love a car and there's no purpose for it, why am I spending so much a month to have it? So yeah, that's what that's why it's going. What car am I replacing it with? Well, stay subscribed, like this video, and I will let you know. A video will be coming up shortly what car it is being replaced with. But if you are looking for just a good GT car which might not break the bank, this is the perfect example. And if you want something that looks slightly different than your regular BMW, and also don't forget of the incredible spec level that this car has, it's definitely the car for you, and I would highly recommend getting one. But for me, it just hasn't put that smile on my face that I've been wanting it to. See you guys.